Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we attempt to solve life's biggest problems with a healthy dose of existential dread. In this video, I'll be giving you 4 practical ways to stop caring what other people think, but be warned, they vary wildly in both mental energy required and soul-crushing cosmic fear created. Let's get into it. Okay, so today we're tackling a subject that we all struggle with, caring way too much about what other people think. You've probably heard of FOMO, or the fear of missing out, but there's another fear, maybe an even more paralyzing one, called phobj, or the fear of being judged. But why? Why do we as human beings care so much about what other people think? Why are we so easily embarrassed? And why, oh why, is our brain so good at feeding us a bunch of made-up hooey? Why? One word, evolution. Let's do a quick history lesson to see what we're up against here. Many, many years ago, our ancestors lived in small tribes. Not completely unlike today, except these tribes were not generated by Facebook feeds. These were groups of people in person that would live together, hunt together, basically survive together. Back then, it wasn't just important to be a part of a tribe. It was absolutely critical. Your very survival depended on it. This was the case for hundreds of thousands of years, which means humans evolved to care desperately how they were viewed in the eyes of their peers, lest they be exiled. And being exiled wasn't just bad, it was an almost immediate death sentence. What? Come on, guys. I just said your loincloth looked a little small. I said, get out and have fun being eaten by saber-toothed tigers, Greg. In other words, fitting in became part of our survival instincts. Being accepted meant food, shelter, and the chance to pass on your genes. Being rejected meant becoming a tiger snack. Understand the gravity of this. Your brain wants you to fit in almost as bad as it craves water, food, oxygen, and
all right.
Yeah, now you know what you're up against here. So off the top, let's not judge ourselves too harshly for caring what other people think so much, because now you know it's literally completely natural. Unfortunately, your lizard brain didn't get the memo that it's now 2025, where the consequences of someone not liking your Instagram post are slightly less severe than being eaten alive. So what can we do about this ancient survival instinct that's making so many people miserable? Well, I've come up with 4 ways, so buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. A good first step in any self-improvement journey is to admit that everything you think and know may, in some measure, be wrong.
The price is wrong.
A large percentage of people will go through life suffering needlessly because they fail to realize a fundamental truth of reality. Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody. Ever. Literally no one. At all. Certainly not nearly as much as you lie in bed at night thinking that they do. Hell, I bet your own parents don't even think about you quite as much as you think. The sad but liberating truth is that everyone is too concerned with their own life, your parents included, to worry about that weird thing you said at lunch 3 weeks ago. It might not feel this way, but it most definitely is this way. Okay, we done? No? Don't believe me? Still fearing the worst? Okay, let's try the first of 3 thought experiments I'll ask you to do in this video. So close your eyes. I know you didn't close them because I never close my eyes when the video tells me to close my eyes. So just close them. It'll be better if you just close them. Now, think about someone who recently did something super embarrassing around you. We're going to become the very thing that you fear, the judger. Okay, do you have it? Keep them closed. Okay, now go ahead and as harshly as you can start judging them. Yeah, judge them good. Judge them real good. Make fun of them to yourself. Oh my God, I can't believe they wore that or said that or did that. How embarrassing. What a complete and utter moron. Now open your eyes. Do you feel any amount of power or control or influence over them in this moment? Yeah, I didn't think so. So why are you giving anyone this much power or control over you? And remember, they aren't even actually doing this in reality. Not even close. Your brain has just convinced you that they are. Remember when you called your teacher mom in 3rd grade? I bet they still talk about it. Remember when you fell walking up the stairs at the gym and tried to play it off as part of your workout? Better just move to a different country. Remember when you pronounced quinoa as quinoa? Why would you guess at that? Stick to food you can confidently pronounce, you idiot. Here's a mind-blowing revelation. You are the main character in exactly one person's life story. Yours. Everyone else is just as self-absorbed as you are. It's called the spotlight effect. It's a well-documented cognitive bias whereby we dramatically overestimate how much others notice and remember our actions. So, if you'd like to give way number 1 a real try, next time you feel that evolutionary need for survival bubbling up in your cave-person tummy, just remember, people are too concerned with their own impression management to closely monitor yours. This isn't about being selfish, it's simply human nature that we're primarily focused on our own thoughts and feelings and social presentation. So dance like nobody's watching because, well, they really aren't. But if this warm, fuzzy, nobody cares approach isn't really working for you, let's take things up a notch. You think that you are here, a unique, individualistic person living a rich, complex life, but take a big step back. You, me, and everyone you're worried about impressing are actually just a collection of atoms arranged on a tiny rock, hurtling through infinite nothingness around a medium-sized star in one of billions of galaxies in just the observable part of our universe. Did your brain just break a little bit? Good. I don't say these things to freak you out. Well, maybe a little bit. But really, I say them to set you free.
And the truth shall set you free!
When you're worried about what Brenda from accounting thought of your presentation, just remember that both you and Brenda are microscopic specks in a universe so vast, it makes your day-to-day problems look smaller than Brenda's IQ. Let's put this into perspective. Your embarrassing moment lasted 5 seconds. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. So, next time you're worried about someone judging your dance moves as evidence of demonic possession, or you're worried that your roller derby team talks about how you skate behind your back, just remember,
in the face of infinite cosmic vastness,
Brenda's opinion of slide 23 doesn't matter. Brenda. Still too abstract? Man, you guys are tough. Hey, look, I get it. It's really hard to go through life thinking about being that tiny and insignificant. And while all that is true, we are just floating out there in space. We live our emotional lives in here, right? Screw the observable universe. I thought you said you had real practical help. Hey, I hear you. So let's get a little more personal. Wait. I don't mean the end of life quite like that. I mean toward the end of your life. This will also be the second of our 3 thought experiments. So, you know what that means? Close your eyes. Focus. I want you to imagine that you're 80 years old. You're sitting in your favorite chair in your child's living room, in their house. You're watching them play with their kids. Someone's cooking something delicious in the kitchen. Your grandchildren are laughing as they play with the robot you just bought them, and your kids and their spouses are reminiscing about their childhood as your son hands you a Mike's Hard Lemonade because you're definitely still partying. Okay, open your eyes. Now, at any point in this daydream, were you thinking about that time you accidentally liked your ex's Instagram post at 3 a.m. 55 years ago? If you have any regrets at this stage, they'll most likely be the chances you didn't take because you were too worried about judgment. The trips you didn't go on, the loves and passions you didn't pursue, the karaoke song you didn't sing.
No, I won't do that.
Because the question in the present isn't should this thing bother me, but will this thing bother me in X amount of time? Okay, quick test anytime you start to worry about other people's opinion. Will this bother me in 5 seconds? Maybe. Will this bother me in 5 minutes? Probably not. Will this bother me in 5 years? Definitely not. Will this bother me in 55 years? You won't even remember your own name. By mentally projecting to the end of life, we activate the brain's capacity for prospection or future thinking, which research shows can improve present emotional reactivity and improve decision-making aligned with core values. Yeah, what he said. So when you find yourself caught in approval-seeking behavior, ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my limited time? They lived a safe life, never embarrassing themselves. Their greatest achievement was successfully hiding their laugh that sounded like a cat being strangled by a bagpipe. Okay, how are we doing out there? Please tell me this is helping, because I really don't want to get into the fourth and final way to stop caring what other people think. Seriously? Okay, well, lucky for you, I've saved the most existentially soul-crushing method for last. It also happens to be our third and final thought experiment. So, for the last time, close your eyes. In 200 years, you will be dead. Everyone you know will be dead. Your pets will be dead. Your plants will be dead. Your children's children will be dead. And unless you're about to cure cancer or colonize Mars, nobody will remember you. Open your eyes. Are they open? Isn't that liberating? I mean, think about it. Can you even name your great-great-grandparents? Do you know what embarrassing things they did? What other people thought of them? I mean, there was a time when everyone here cared deeply about what other people thought. Seems kind of silly now. Here we see Edith Worthington, who in 1893 pronounced facade as face-aid at the governor's ball. Society never recovered. And this is Thomas Wellington, who waved back at someone who wasn't waving at him during the Grand Parade of 1901. A scandal so great it was written about in no less than 0 history books. I tripped at the town dance of 1839, and everyone saw my undergarments. And yet, somehow, the world kept spinning. Because future generations won't remember that awkward date you had, or that time you used the wrong form of your in that email to your CEO. History forgets almost everyone, and that's liberating. You don't need to be ultra important or perfectly approved of. You just need to live authentically now. This isn't nihilism, but it's more freedom from the burden of eternal social judgment. So there you have it. 4 increasingly terrifying ways to stop caring what other people think. Nobody is actually thinking about you. We are just atoms on a rock in infinite space. If it won't matter when you're 80, it shouldn't matter now. And in 200 years, no one will remember any of this. Choose your favorite flavor of existential freedom and go live your life unburdened by other people's opinions. If you found this helpful, please consider hitting that like button or subscribing to the channel, and let me know in the comments which method works best for you. Or don't. In the grand cosmic scheme, does it really matter? Have a good day.